Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of The Young Farmer. My name is Andy, as always, and today you join me as we are doing a little bit of haulage work, really. We're out in the Unimog for most of the day, and we've got a little few bits and pieces to do. First of all, we're just going up to a neighbour's farm. We're carting up a whole load of drainage pipe, actually, because they have found themselves in a little bit of an issue. It's been miserable, actually. It's early in the morning now. It seems like it's going to be a nice... Well, it's not going to be a dry day, but it's going to be a day where it's not raining, which is a blessing because it has been non-stop for the last couple of days, really, and that's really had a bit of an impact on some of the fields around here. I'm going to show you what that looks like as well, actually, as we come up to the neighbouring farm here on the hill in the bay. And they recently been doing a little bit of reseeding of their own, and it's just destroyed some of the ground around here. So they're doing a little bit of drainage work, I think, and they just wanted me to haul a few things around for them, which is kind of make sure around that corner, which is kind of what we've been doing. So we're just gonna cruise on up. We brought in some stone for them yesterday, which is inside. I got another load of stone back at the yard. What we'll do though is just spin up here, back on into that gateway, because it's, like I say, it's a wet old field. I don't really fancy my chances of going in there and turning around, and if I do, it'll make one heck of a mess. We're gonna get ourselves back on into the gateway here anyway, and then we're gonna have a bit of a look at the field and see what's going on with it, and see what their plans are, really, I guess. So they've got a little mini digger in here. Seems to be doing a decent enough job, but yeah, I think they're... I don't know where the issue first started, but I know they've got a few different problems in and around. And so yeah, you can see this field we actually came into bale quite a while ago now. This is knocked off. But yeah, you can see that I think they haven't actually got much done, but they're looking to... Well, they've got this ginormous puddle. Really more of a lake that's just kind of hovering in the low ground of this field. This won't go anywhere, so they're looking to in this, what was this reseeded grass field, they're looking just to try and get this I guess find the drain in the middle there and then rip it out and relay it again. So that's what they're going to be doing. I'm not doing it, I'm just hauling things around for them, really. But one load of gravel over, like I say, the class one of the class tractors has the Bailey's dump trailer on, and it is going to bring another load over later today. And then yeah, because I think they're going to try and tap into here just to get it to drain out, but it's just, there's so much water everywhere that any of the land drains that are in place are getting a little bit overwhelmed, actually, and there's not much they can do about that at the moment. So drainage is always a long on-running issue around here, which is weird when you consider a lot of these farms are actually on a hill. But we're just going to dump these off on the side over here for them. We already took a load early this morning. Took a load of straw down to the biogas plant, which is good. So when we do get ourselves all set at the back of the yard there, we're going to just load up another load. But before we do any of that as well, we need to actually go and cart some wheat from grain store to grain store, really, which would be nice. I'm looking forward to doing that. Actually, it's going to be a nice little demonstration for the Unimog here. We're going to give it a bit of a blast with a big load of wheat on the back. There you go, grab that. Smart looking excavator over there though, I must say. Very, very nice. Now the pipework that they've ordered here should get them from the ditch, kind of like the bottom of the drain tile, wherever it is, in here somewhere, so they can tap on into that, and then they can just try and relieve some of that excess. But this field, yeah, just the terrain of this field does lend itself to being a bit of a sinkhole, really. Okay. It's a beautiful morning now. It's nice and fresh, but God, is it wet underfoot. There's been an awful lot of rain, and it's not ideal at all. Fortunately, we're not doing any field work at the moment. The guys are well, pretty much all away at the moment. George is the only one who is here, and he is currently cracking along with some with the work down at the BJ there. So left him there for the day. And yeah, everyone, the other guy, Anthony's kind of all finished up. He's taking some holiday, and George is having a day off just because it's yeah, it's nothing we can do really. We're pretty much all up to date with our spraying on our winter cereal crops, so that's good. And yeah, all we can really do now is kind of just hang on and wait for the weather to dry out before we can do any spring cereal work, which is not going to be started until the new year anyway. So we're just trying to keep ourselves going with little errands like this, and it's fortunate that we do have the ability to keep having George working away on the biogas plant as well. That's a good little earner there. We do have another load of straw pellets to cart away, but we'll be doing that when we're probably tomorrow morning, I reckon, at this point. There, round we go. Okie dokie then. I do love this Unimog. It seems to kick up the speed very quickly. It's a bit of a beast for that, actually. It really, really is. Nice smooth ride as well, but the acceleration on it is quite incredible. Don't want to go too fast through here. Perfect. Alright, easy through the narrow spot of that village. That's always a pain. Okay. But yeah, look at the lovely dawn morning. The sunrise is coming on, looking beautiful over there. Really is looking nice over the bay. Okay. Yard is still being able to be kept relatively tidy from our efforts the other day there, which I'm quite pleased with. I didn't think that would last too long, but keeping it looking good. We're going to take this one around the corner because we want to put the... Well, I'll get some more straw onto this when we can. Okie dokie. Might try and do is just leave that about there. Have I got enough room to get out? Yeah, it's comfortable. This is going to be the first time we're pulling this grain trailer. It's a bit of a brute. It's going to take some yanking around, I'm sure, but it's going to be a nice little trial actually for this tractor. I call it the Unimog a tractor. I'm not really sure if you would call it that, but I think it is. Oh, I went too far there. Alright, and so off we go. Just like that, we're going to head on over to the other side of the bay, where we're carting wheat straw that we, or wheat, sorry, that we actually harvested and tucked into the farmers' stores. And then yeah, we're hauling it away, ironically, back over to this side of the valley as well. So it's going to be a bit of a slog, but we'll see how we get on. And then it's just going to be a nice little job for us to do today. But also mainly just a rather selfish opportunity for me to give the Unimog a bit of a blast here. So we'll see how we get on with it. Down we come. So what we'll do is, because we're going over there empty, we're just going to spin on up, and we'll catch it over at the yard, and we'll have a bit of a look at this once we're all fully laden, and see how we're going to see how it's going to handle what's probably going to be about 16 ton of wheat in the back there, I would say. I think the great place about this valley that we're working here, no matter where you are, you get a stunning view. We were just over the other side, you can just see the castle. You can't quite make out the buildings, but you can see the castle there. If you look really hard, you can just about see where the buildings are, but beautiful, just beautiful. Anyway, we're all loaded up. The sun is just starting to peek through there, which is looking good. But yeah, we've got a whole load on. I've probably mounted this onto the wrong hitch. It's the best hitch for this trailer at the moment though, but I might want to get a little bit lower. It's triaxle obviously, but the front wheels aren't doing a great deal at the moment, so might look at getting that altered. But yeah, we'll give it a bit of a blast and see how we get on with it really. We're gonna go back up this way. Okay, so there's about 200-300 tons of wheat left to sell here. Farmers decided to sell it all now because they're getting actually a really decent price. All of a sudden the prices jumped right on up to about 160, 180 pound a ton, I think. He told me you got 160 for it. That sounds about right. And yeah, which given the year we've had, because there's been such a shortage over from the 2020 harvest there. Oh, sorry, it's mainly from trying to get everything established over 2019 when it was so wet there. So prices for good quality wheat, at least, prices skyrocketed. So those farmers who have any left are jumping on it, and rightly so, really. But yeah, we're gonna get away. Once again, we're still surging. We've got about 16 ton of wheat on the back there, but we're still powering away. What an absolute beast this is. What a delight. Makes any kind of haulage work like this so much easier. And we've already done a few trips out this morning on different things, and it just makes, not only does it free up a tractor to do groundwork where it's necessary, it's more efficient on the road, and it's just an awful lot faster as well. Absolutely delightful. We're going to go all the way up to this T-junction here, then we're going to take a right and a sharp left. Oh, those potholes, look at the size of those things. We'll swing wide and then swing out, and then in we come. Okay. And even it's not really feeling it as we come up the hill here, it's just ticking along up the hill. It's beautiful. Sounds incredible. And so yeah, this is pretty much going to be my day today. Not a lot else going on, as I've mentioned there. We're just going to try and tick through, get these little jobs done here, and hopefully we'll start to see it dry out a little bit more. Well, that was a bit of a bounce there. We'd like to see it dry out a little bit more there, so we can maybe get some other work done as and when the jobs come in. But you'll see the yeah, trees are really starting to die back for winter. So we are progressing on in through the months into the cold, dark, short days. So there's not a lot to do. So we'll just keep the work going around the yard there. When we get back up to the yard later on today, we will load up that straw trailer again, and we'll get that ready to roll. And out we come here as well. Well, that field that we drilled is looking good, I must say. In we come. All right then, so that's us for the first trip. Very impressive, very nice and smooth, I must say. We'll get a few more of these done throughout the course of the day. Probably try and get, if we can get all 10 done, if there's get 160 a ton move today, that would be a nice number to call it at. But let's get us around there. That should about do us. Okay, and up it comes today. Fantastic! And there we are. We're going to leave it here, folks. So thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. This has been another episode of The Young Farmer. My name is Andy. If you have enjoyed and yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who kindly agrees to host everything. And we'll see you all in the next one. Till then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.